Hello everyone, this is Veil2059 and today we're going to talk about how you are voting for Minecraft mobs wrong. So this year for Minecraft Live, we have 3 votes between the crab, the armadillo, and the penguin with a useful set of features. But every year, just like this one and the last and the ones before that, I always see people voting for their usefulness rather than the mob itself. So for example, people want the crab because it can have longer reach, or people want the armadillo because it gives you dog armor, or the penguin because it can be really useful for like ice boats or something. And I want to say that voting for this just because of their use is not the ideal way to vote for a mob, as that changes it from a mob vote where you vote for the one you want into the mob vote where which one is the most useful. And that is not what the mob votes are about. It's choosing which mob you want in the game, not what you want in the game. So today I'm going to talk about 3 things that you should factor in choosing your mob. The first factor is the use. So the use factor is one of the sole factors that people use to vote their mob, which shouldn't be the case, as you should have more than just their use, because after all, in the end, all the mobs are pretty much useless. I mean, what good is armadillo armor or dog armor for the wolf if it's gonna die into lava? Or what good is a penguin making boats faster if you can just use dolphins? Or the crab, where its claw is pretty useful, but you can only really find the mob in some rare biome. Now I want you to think of all 3 of these functions and pick one. Do you have it? Okay, good. Now we go on to the second factor of choosing a mob, the aesthetic. You can vote for a mob just for their use, but you also have to think about the mob itself. Can you imagine the crabs wandering the mangrove swamps? Do you think that fits in Minecraft? Can you imagine the penguins on the stony shores, passing them by in the boats while they swim near you? Can you imagine that in Minecraft? Does it fit? Can you imagine walking through the savannah and finding armadillos rolling around along the plains of the savannah? Does that fit Minecraft? Now, think about this factor and choose which one you think has the best aesthetic. Do you got it? Good. Now the last factor is utility. How do you actually plan on using these mobs in your world? So for example, if you're just voting the mob because it sounds the most useful, but you plan on not using it in your world, what's the point of even voting for it? You're just wasting a potential other mob that someone could have voted for and used because they wanted it for a certain purpose in their world. Now let's take the crab for example. I can see this going to the mangrove swamp, getting their crab claws in order to use it for building, but also bringing the crab back home into the aquariums and just having them aesthetically into my aquariums. Another one is the armadillo. I could bring them back home and create a whole new zoo project, while also getting their scute for wolf armor. And even the penguins, I could bring them for zoos as well, or even aquariums, but I can also use them as possibly another part of my nether roads for my ice boats. Now I want you to think about that last utility factor and pick a mob. Do you have the mob now? Great. Now you think of all of these factors. The first one with the use, the second one with the aesthetics, and the third with the utility. And you pick which one will be best for you. Did you pick it? Good. Now we gotta talk about one more thing. The opportunity cost of picking a mob over the others. And yes, I am now getting into economics. I don't care. If you guys don't know what an opportunity cost is, it's basically what you lose for choosing something. So example, if I was in a bakery and I picked bread over pastries, I lose my opportunity cost of picking pastries instead of bread. Now we can apply this idea to the mobs. What would I be losing over picking the penguin over the crab or the armadillo, or the other way around with the armadillo or the crab? Would I be losing the wolf armor from armadillos? Would I be losing the crab's claw and its farther build reach? Or would I be losing the penguin and its faster boats? You pick which one you would pick and think about the opportunity cost of the others. Now, think about which opportunity cost weighs more. Does losing the crab claw and the crab weigh more than losing the armadillo and its scute with the dog armor? Or does losing the armadillo with its dog armor weigh more than losing the penguin and its faster boat? Now that we have that factored in, you can now pick your mob. And that should be your vote for the mob vote, because it's now well thought out choice that you have chosen. And that, my friends, is how you should be voting for the Minecraft mobs in this year's Minecraft mob vote. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I post every Saturdays. And without further ado, this is Veil259 signing out.